Hello chat, how are you doing today? Different title? Yeah, because everybody's been asking me if I'm gonna animate and make frames, and so that is what we're doing. That is what we're gonna be doing. Alright, let's get things started. So first things off, we're actually not gonna start in GD. I actually lied. We're gonna go back to drawing. And in here we're gonna draw the skeleton for the animation and then test it out. What I mean by this is we're gonna be using Stickman to like actually do the animation for the character. And by that I mean I'm actually gonna draw a Stickman. And we're gonna work off of this to make the animation. So this is the idle, which means that I have to transition from this into something a little bit more, like less static. Because I don't want to have to draw every single frame. Manually, because that would just take way too fucking long, and we want to be a little bit more time sensitive with what we're doing. Greetings, fellow paper consumer. Hello, my paper consumers. How's it going? Procedural animation? No, I don't think I'll have time to do that. So, for the walking animation, I do think I do want to have the stick still in the back. I was thinking of doing like maybe 5 frames. So if you take this one, and then we work off of it, as of the walking animation, Let's see. What could be a good for the walking animation? Our card direct was kind of mid. Damn, don't say anything. I haven't watched it yet. I put it on my watch later, and I was like, I'll watch it after stream. I'm not watching it right now. If it's good, then great. If it's bad, then I don't want to be in a bad mood for stream. Maybe 8? 8 could be good, but I wonder how many of those would actually need to be. So, okay, well, first things off, actually not work with the, now that I think about it, I should actually not work with this. Because that I can just add always later. I just need to have the position of the hand be stable, and then everything else is fine. So, okay, so sorry chat. This is gonna be a lot of conceptualizing in like in person. So I'm not gonna be on my computer. I'm gonna be like moving around my room, just like this. Runs. And her torso is rotated. Her hips are rotated. So we rotate the torso. This is why I like doing it this way. I like taking the pieces apart and then rotating them to fit the vision. And then we'll reassemble them. So this rotates. But how much does it rotate? Yeah, it does become kind of more like this in that case. And then this one kind of stays the same. It's just displaced now. It's me from his animation 101, yeah, of course. It kind of needs mirror frames to help with like easing some of the transitional movements. No, wait, hold up. This becomes foreshortened in that case. This is fine, but it bends. And this for sure is bending the other way, so. And this foot just completely changes perspective into that direction. Same with this one, I guess. So that's just a sphere of her like rotating into initiating the walking animation. I think maybe this window was foreshortened too fast. It generally should stay about the same, but I think it should like start changing angle. I think it's more comfortable for you to carry the spear backwards if you're doing it like this. And then maybe extend it. Do I draw with my mouse? No, I have a tablet. I do think that I want the character to be leaning forward a little bit. And I do definitely want this one to be more proactive into the movement. Sure, for a general pose, this isn't bad. I think maybe this foot could still be a little bit in perspective. Well, this one's just fully over here. Victor was around 500 objects. It was a little bit less than that, but yeah. I can check. Character right now is 494 objects. Yeah, around 500. A little bit less than 500. And then obviously it's just a spear. Okay, so next step is crossing the legs. So this is a moment that like, obviously again, there's probably in between frames between these two, but we're doing the main ones because that's what matters the most. We can fill out the in-between with our imagination later. So now we cross the legs. I feel like this one could be a little bit more exaggerated too. And then we foreshorten this one even more. And then the whole upper half can get tweaked a little bit, like that. Okay. Your art in the thumbnail looks amazing. Thank you, I appreciate it. This is pretty much the layouts for the character, yeah, for the character animation. What's the animation? This is just a walking animation. So let's move this one over here. And then let's stick this one and then move it over here. Let's select all layers and just move them to the... Just move them to a bit. There we go. Alright. So there will be unique animations for all the attacks as well and the boss. Yeah. Which is why I'm like, I don't know, chat, if I want it. That's why I'm, again, right now we're gauging the scope of the making of this. Like, the amount of frames that will need to be done, as well as the amount of work for all of these frames will depend on how long they take to make. And obviously, like, making that first frame took a long time, but after that, it's been a little bit better. I need to check how to use the animation mode of I need to check how to use the animation mode of this, but I can just animate them in GD on a copy. Sounds like a lot? Well, because it is, yes. This is a little bit stiff as the movements go, but... Hello Ozo, how's it going? Yeah, I feel like this should be just longer. That's too long now, but... Hello Radioactive Talks, how's it going? There's a battle set? I haven't made them yet. Y'all gotta be patient. It very clearly shows that a lot of you have never done animation or game design before, because y'all expect things to be done when we're like at step like 2 out of like 100. We're just starting. Give it time, give it time. Okay. So, start, cross, land, and lift back leg, cross again. Wish it was hot here. It's been pretty cool over here lately. It snowed like 2 days ago. It's been okay today, but it was really cold recently. The thing is, after, because this is the idle, this is the, what we call the idle pose. When we get into the walking, it needs to return back to the idle eventually at any point, but which is fine. But also the walking in itself like loops here, like it doesn't loop into the idle because the perspective is different. So this already needs to be the first, like, yeah. Once you land, then you really do. Okay, so there's 2 more frames that need to be done, and they basically have a walking, or maybe 3. We can get away with 3. Maybe. We'll see how complex it is, but we can get away with 3. We'll try 2 frames and see if that works, but and now we take the same leg and then we bend it. So now we're coming back in. Because this leg is basically doing the same, like this leg is stuck in the same position as it was before. This one needs to be lifted up. And then I think this might be the last frame before it loops around. There we go. And just tweak the positioning on this one. And then re-torque the body. And then reposition the arm. Okay. And then it lands back. There we go, chat. Hello, Fatherman. How's it going? I feel like this leg is way too lifted up. So let's tweak that. This does need to be lifted up, but like not to the degree that it is right now. Maybe let's go back to this first layer and then lift this one up a little bit more. And then have this one be more solid. Okay. So now we screenshot this. I go back into Geometry Dash. We take a sample object. We can make it. Oh no, that's not what we want. We take our sample object, and then we image to GD. We are gonna make these frames into real quick. And how do we do that? Well, very simple. You just take the basic shapes and you use them for what they're supposed to be used. And again, don't worry about the animation itself being like not perfect, you know? This is just a test to see if we have something that works. If the movement is flowy enough, like if the movement matches what we want it to look like, then we have something okie dokie.
Something that I couldn't even tell myself. Maybe it's
Pears are peaked? Ooh, I really like pears. I really like Asian pears. Even though I know a lot of people don't really consider them pears. Pears? Pears. What am I saying? Pears. Pears. They're very yummy. Peers, yep. Good job, we can't have nice things with y'all here. They're just making fun of me. Come on now. Give me a break. English is not my first or second language.
Can you hear the sound in the silence? Relentlessly striking through the walls.
Roblox 3008 is your favorite game of Roblox. Nice, I'm happy to hear that.
But I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong at all. I've said it all.
I should maybe tint these like black. So that I black and like white. So that I know which one is the front and the back. I should also put these ones above always. They are closer. Again, chat. Right now we are just testing to see if the animation even is like, if it even like flows well in motion, and then we can adjust things, you know, from the skeleton of the animation to make it work. Not what I wanted, but this is what I wanted. Just copy paste it. 50% chat, 50% trolling. Yeah, it's okay. I'm used to my chat being a silly little goobers. They love doing that shit. Just when I actually lock in and let y'all do your thing, and I actually become more productive. Look at me go. God, I wish animating was actually like this simple. Thank you so much, Callie CC, for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate it. Alright, I'll adjust this one. This one's been bothering me. Like that pose is too stiff. What a cool character we got there. I know, right? Now we have to animate it and do the actual character. We'll get around to animating that one eventually. But yeah, for now, let's just go one at a time, baby, because I don't want to feel super overwhelmed. Even though I already kind of am, but it's okay. Make sure they all have the same floor, too. I know they don't. So, that now has the same floor. This now has the same floor if I lift this one up, and if I move this one over here. Shrink this one down. Now they have the same floor. Same floor, same floor. Okay. So now we can take all of these. Give them groups. 107. 108, 109, 10, 111. I forgot to link them, but this is fine. Yeah, we copy them. (107 to 111). Okay. Take all of them. And then we spawn trigger here. We go in. Well, I guess here, let's copy all of them and let's put it into another level. Because that'll be a lot easier that way. Platformer, who cares about the song? I just don't want the lines. And then 107, 108, 109, 110, 111. Obviously, I'll need to adjust the timing for them all later. One trigger, multi-trigger. Trigger. Oh. Why does it not work? Excuse me, hello? Okay. Why not work? I'm confused. What the fuck? I just need to toggle. Oh, my god, I'm fucking stupid. One ordered. And then this one needs to be one trigger multi-triggered. And then this toggles it at 0.0042. So next frame, I guess. Yeah, is that it? Oh, they're not spawn ordered. Never mind, this doesn't need a... Yeah, there you go. There we go. Thank you, Angelix. I'm stupid. Okay, so this arm is moving way too much. Good to know. The actual walking cycle seems pretty good. Like, the bottom half seems very good. This arm looks good. This arm is just moving way too much. And I think that one frame, when it, like, jumps up, you can see that, like, it jumps up. I feel like that one I need to, like, make a little bit. Because, like, when you think about it, that's the spear is just always there, right? I don't need to, like, have the spear. Like, the spear will always be there no matter what. Casually grab the spear. Put it there. Like, yeah, like, that's fine. Like, that arm looks fine, you know? This leg is not moving enough. The white leg is not moving enough compared to how much the other leg is moving. I can make it smoother. Hold up. Weepy! It's moving way too fast. Again, we're just easing right to the end of the animation with the actual, like... I feel like the arms could be executed better. Yeah, don't worry. That is the one thing that I've noticed, is that this arm moves too much, and this arm does, like... Again, this arm is kind of fine, because again, you're kind of just carrying the thing behind you. So, like, it's not too much of an issue. I think it should be a little bit longer. But for a, like, a mock-up, it's not too bad. I just need to make sure that this arm doesn't move as much as it does. This feels very stiff. I think that's mostly it. It just feels stiff. But the actual walking cycle is kind of okay. I think the hips need to move a little bit more. Like, we can adjust that, you know? can also like drag all of this like down by like a couple. Maybe have some varying delays. Again, I can't do that until I actually put it in as the walking animation. Because I have to adjust the timing of the animation to match the timing of the movement. So it's one of those things that like, it doesn't matter if I like fine tweak the animation right now. What matters is that the movement itself isn't like the movement feels fine. Like this between these two frames that like moves so much. Yeah, like that moves way too much. Okay. Good to know. I need the hips to move more like this, and then replace the legs to move more like this. Okay, let's copy them again. Let's try it again. Okay. I feel like you should be leaning forward a little bit more. I think the bottom half is good, but now the top half just feels too rigid. It feels too stiff, the top half. But the bottom half feels fine. Because yeah, this is still like surprisingly sped up. Like I think the best way that I could put this is that like to actually, again, the actual animation cycle is a little bit sped up, but it's mostly because I wanted it to be fluid. It is very possible that instead of doing something like this, we do something like this. And again, it all depends on the actual like pacing of the character movement. which again, I don't have right here, so this, testing this animation here, it's just like a temporary, you know. Let's bring all of this back to the other one. And let's test it out here. I need to remove group 1 from these. These are 7. And this is walking right animation, I guess. Which is blue, right? Blue. Got it. So 95, I guess? Yeah. Okay. Instead of blue, spawn trigger, this is 95. Next trigger is 112. Unordered. Multi-trigger, not really multi, I guess, yeah, multi-trigger should happen. And then what happens is when that starts, when you're doing that, this is all 112. And then this stops 112 instead of stopping. Probably make sure that all of these are on grid. There we go. Uh, 112. Spawn trigger, multi-trigger, spawn ordered, and this is 112 itself. Okay, and then now instead of using Advent Follow 92, we're giving all of these 113 the center. Is parent night 113 hiding. And then Advance Follow 113. It's kind of funny. Sorry. I know it's really buggy right now, but like... Okay. So the animation does need to be faster. Honestly, that's not too bad. Doesn't return to idle. Chat, I haven't done any of the other animations right now. Chill. I haven't done any of the animations right now. I'm testing out if the animation even works. Okay. It'll eventually do that, yes, of course. We just gotta get there. I feel like the white leg doesn't move enough still, but whatever. It's actually not too bad. Like, if I'm looking at this right now, it does need to be faster, but aside from that, it looks pretty fine. Is it even faster than this? I think it might be even faster than this. Holy shit. And again, we'll adjust the timing later, once we actually have, like, the correct one. Yeah, it's fine. I like the other one a little bit more. So let's test it out here. Like it's fine. You know? I'm still not sure what to do with the left arm or her left arm. Still feels a bit clunky. The actual running cycle is good. And I still think that the left, like her right leg, the white one, could use more of a movement, which I can tweak like pretty easily. But it looks fine. The weapon's supposed to be on the right hand, yes. Like that's why her right hand, which is this one right here, is supposed to be holding the weapon. And so because of that, it's just kind of stiff, but that's like that's like kind of the purpose of that hand. It's more so her left hand, which is this one, that I don't exactly know yet what I want from it. Does the stop not have a... Yeah, I also need this to stop. So I need both the spawn triggered and the loop to like completely stop and reset. But that's fine. That'll get adjusted when I finish doing the state machine. That's fine. Okay, I'll figure out what to do with the other arm, but so far so good. Let's adjust the timing of the movements a little bit. Pla says hello, he's being shy for some reason. Hi Pla, how's it going? Pla Enterprise. Yeah, honestly, it's actually not too bad. It's actually pretty decent. For a sketch animation, it works fine enough. So I think we're gonna move on to the next step, which is I want to tweak the animation a little bit, and after that, I'm good, and I can start doing the frames. Angel is saying BS. Well, no, clearly you're here, so. Which one is this again? This is red. This is idle. Yes. Idle. This is jump. Jump. Jump anim. Idle anim. Let's do our things correctly. This is walking. Walking anim. This, technically speaking, is also walking. So I'm gonna keep it here, even though it's just to check if it's left or right, even though it shouldn't change anything to the actual system. Because of the way that I've done it. Walking left or right doesn't actually increase the amount of frames. This one is yellow, so this is light attack on him. This is blue, so this is dash. And then I'll need a hit on him eventually. Dash animation, which is fine. The dash is going to be actually really simple. I already know how I'm doing it. This is heavy attack. And then I need a damage, which doesn't exist right now. And then to jump on him, I need to have fall on him and then land on him. Okay, good. Okay, we are okay for now. Let's reset this to 92. And let's keep the colors how they were. Actually, well, for now we can have those things spawning for when you hold right. So now when you hold right, there's just, you know, nothing that happens. We can have the animations play, it doesn't really matter. Hey. I can delete this one. This one is not needed anymore. You know Candyland by Tobu, of course. The OG. Okay, so we're okay right now. We're kind of okay for now in terms of like the actual animation, but it does suck. That like now it's time to actually like fucking lock in and do it. Again, I want to adjust the leg here. It doesn't go back enough. Let me think, let me think. I feel like she should swing her arm a little bit, like her left arm should swing a little bit. Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Well, let's make a copy of these so that at least like those are stable. I won't test these ones, but you know, we'll just pretend like they work. Which should probably be stretched, be longer. Alright, we have something. Okay, that looks so much better as an arm. Wow. Instantly. Instantly 10 times better. It's flailing around a little bit too much, but that already looks crazy good. Like, I think the movement is just a little bit too much on uh, these two frames. Oh, no, sorry, yeah, these two frames. I don't know, Chad, that kind of looks really good. Obviously, like, if we have that's because we have this pixelate trigger, but like, even without the pixelate trigger, I'm pretty sure that's still... It's still very exaggerated. Again, we could definitely, like, smooth it out without the pixelate trigger, but like, with the pixel trigger, I think it kind of looks fire. I don't know. And now with the chest swing, it's already better. What game am I making? I am making my own game. Because I want to. And I can. And I will. And I shall. Yeah, Chad, I don't know. That kind of cooks. That kind of cooks. Honestly, why not just change the character to be this little stick figure, you know? Like, at this point. Okay, we have the frames. These are the frames. God, I'm happy that it actually works. I'm exhausted. That took a lot out of me. I'll be right back, chat. I'm getting water. haven't even tested if it works the other way around. Okay. So this method does work. For me to make the animations, this method works. Now the question is, do I start making the animations with the real character, or do I instead keep doing the animations and do all of them with the stick figure? So that way we can have all of the state machine done with a stick figure. Would that be wrong? Which is the move right now? That is my question. Which is the move right now? Is the move to make the whole state machine with the stick figure and then take the actual character and then purpose it? Or is it to do it one step at a time? That is a complicated question that I do not have an answer to it right now.
Check.
That is the question. It is the question. Stick figure would be a smart move first. Yeah, I think so too. Alright, we're stick figuring the rest. Make an idol. Really simple idol. This is all 107, so that's fine. Select 107. This is okay. This is okie dokie. Make an idol. So we don't have to worry too much about so that way we can actually stick to the idol. And then obviously there's gonna be an idle animation. I don't think I need to make keyframes for that. That can just be its own little thing. Oh, that's the neck. Got it. Got it. Uh, 107, right? Okay, and then I can scale it back down to the size of this. And now it's about the same size. Okay, good. There we go. We have the idol, and you know what? Let's actually start working with the idol instead. So we said 112, right? Or 113. So the idle animation is just gonna not do anything right now. How did I get the chain button? There's a thing here that does enable link controls. You go to the editor, and you go to these settings, and you go to enable link controls. That's an option in the game. Okay, wait, hold up. When nothing is happening, I guess when every other value, or hold up, okay. I'm gonna jump off a building or something. I don't know. Just copy all of these and make sure that all of these just exist. So this over here needs to flip 113. These are all 113, right? 113. And then 113 parent. For now, we're just gonna put them all on top of each other. This one gets its own new group, which I assume will be 114. And then 114 activate group. Oh no. All of these are just the stuff that toggles off the animation state machine. We're just gonna have a bunch of them for each of these. So the other one would have all of these, and all of these will be here for the. These are all for the walking. Again, we can all just move everything up at this point. Okay, so idle animation. What we do is that when we start. So once we start, we want 114 toggled on. So this is 7. Spawn trigger. 114. These all need to be done at the activation. I guess spawn this one after like 0.0042. Then this just goes and does the idle animation, which is fine. Like this doesn't really matter. We'll have to change like how this works, but for now it's fine. So when you start walking, it checks if you're walking. If you're walking, it starts spawning this one. And it just spawns it once, really. As soon as you stop walking, it stops this one. And then it resets the animation. So it... whatever this group is, which is... 93. Yeah, let's just do 93. 93 goes and toggles on 115. Okay. So 115 just toggles on 114 for now. That's it. So if it's idle animation, you do this. You're just no, that's not the idle animation. Oh no, wait, that is the idle animation. Yeah, that is the idle animation. And if you do the walking animation, then you have to stop all of the other animations. Then none of them is happening because we need a priority system. So idle animation. I need to change the condition for this. So for now, there is no condition. Same with this one. There is no condition for this. Do I not spawn it at the start? I do spawn it at the start. Oh, sorry, not 114. Okay. 115. Okay, we have idle animation. We spawn this one as the first one. Now, if you click on right, it has to disable every animation. It has to disable the idle animation. You can't jump and walk right at the same time because the jump takes priority. So this one, the only priority that it has, sorry, I gotta move these down. The only priority that it has is that it stops 115. Because that's the only thing that it can transition from. It can only transition from, because like, yeah, I guess this is a transition. I have to add more to them, so I think I'll do them like this. And I'll make them smaller by 0.75 to remember that these are like the disabled. So if you go right, disables this one, starts the animation, and when you stop, so when you let go, stop, you resume the idle. So this was 100. I guess this shouldn't be this should be a stop trigger instead of a toggle trigger. But for now it's a toggle trigger. Yeah, for now it's a toggle trigger. And this one will spawn 115. So if you stop walking, it'll revert back to the animation. And then it'll toggle... oh... Wait, I can just give these a group. 116. And it just spawns 116. Oh my god, I'm so goated. Hold up. This is 112. 116. Spawn trigger, multi-trigger. And it just spawns all of these. Okay, and then I give these one 0.75. Okay, got it. When it stops, not only does it stop this, it has to spawn all of these, which is 117. Oh, did it not spawn? Oh, these don't have multi-trigger. They do need to have multi-trigger. Okay, the animation still plays. Why? What happened here? Okay, if I click it too fast... Because I'm not holding it anymore. X is 4 equals 0. If 4 equals 0, then stop. It stops, right? Is it pause? Do I need to pause instead of stop? No. Why is it not working? Hello, Carbon. How's it going? Do we have an Angelix in chat? Why is it not stopping it? I also need to stop 95. Oh, there we go. Okay, I need to stop both the initiator. Okay, got it. I need to stop and the initiator and the actual animation itself. Good to know. That works. Okay. That works, chat. That works. Look, she has an animation now. She can walk. She can walk, chat. She can walk. Oh god, fucking good. I think this just works now. Okay, it doesn't reset it because that's okay. No, this is known. This is known information. Are these two multi-trigger? Is that it? Is that how I fix it? No, because it still stayed like that. So these are not multi-trigger. How do I make it that it... Because it is detecting that you're going back, but the count trigger doesn't get reactivated. Maybe these need to be 100 as well? No, that's not the case. That just fucks up the animation. As in, I don't know if you'd need to add weight to certain frames. I probably would. Again, this is just a test. This is not even the final character. We're just testing the state machine right now. Is the OG from the start better than the cover to y'all? It is... I think the OG has its good stuff. I think the duet is the best version. So this gets overwritten. Oh. Oh, I see. Wait, hold up. Oh, no. So this does need to be 96 and 101. Okay, good to know. I can't just reuse the same stuff. I have to enable and disable them differently. This is fine. So when I start clicking, disables this, but it also stops the walking animation. So it needs to stop. So here, this is 95. 95 does need to stop 115. And 93. And also 96. Wait. So it does need to stop these two from happening. Because again, if you're walking, then you're not doing idle. You stop, you transition from idle to walking. Then if you're clicking, oh wait, it's wait. And do we have a? We need an or. Oh, we don't have an or statement. So I want it if you're walking, period. If it's 3 or 4 that you're walking, you just do the animation. And then the system does the rest for you. And if you just let go. You can check with an event trigger instead of the count trigger. Yeah, I think maybe we'll check with an event trigger instead of the count trigger. So I guess this is 96, yeah. It's just 7. It's initiated at the start. If the player is holding right or left, doesn't matter which one, with player 1, then toggle on 95. Good. And if the player lets go of right or left, then activate 100. No. It's the system all over again, but I don't want to have to implement that entire system here. I want it to just be automated. So how do I do that? I can have another thing that checks if something is walking. And I can just check that one. I don't have an is walking right now. I just have left or right. But I can make a new one to check. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but why is my brain not working? Okay, we're making a new one. What's the next free pickup? What is the next free pickup? 12. Okay, and then we have a system is walking. Is walking. It's like super simple because I just plug it into the system and that works. So I need to organize this better. Wall detection needs to go here by itself, because wall detection doesn't interact with anything. Hit detection, as well as the player damage and all of this, needs to be in its own little thing. With death. So that's death. Then player health, boss health, hit detection, player damage, wall detection, and light attack, heavy attack, facing direction, flips right, left, is walking, can just go here. So they just walk on default. They're just gonna check if they're... No. Their default is the idle. But the is walking is gonna be updated here. So is walking... gets updated. So if you're clicking right... Actually, I need an item compare. If item ID 6 is equal to 1, I need to give this a new group, 95, 96. Then toggle, what is next free? 101. Okay, that's fine. If it is, then toggle 101. If it's not, toggle 118. X 18. No, this is 696. Wait, no, hold up. This is 118. Or is this 96? This is 96, this is 118. If 6 equals 1, then toggle 101. And then 101 is this one. And this one just says, yeah. That's the one. That's the one. I guess I can have just 2 gates. Yeah, let's just have 2 gates. So it checks if 6 is being clicked. No, not 6. If 4 is being clicked. If 4 is being clicked and you're clicking on the right, then if it is being clicked, you go to you go to 96. You go to 96. If it is being clicked, you go to 96, which is this one. And if... No, wait. No. If it's not being clicked, you go to 96. Because if it is being clicked, then we know. But if it's not being clicked... then you check if left is being clicked. And if left is being clicked... then you're walking. But if you're not... go to 118, which is not walking. And the opposite way too. So you check if 3 is being clicked. If 3 is being clicked, then you're good. You're just walking. But if you're not being clicked, you go to next free, which is 119. And in here, you check if 4 is being clicked. And if 4 is being clicked, then you're good. And if 4 is not being clicked, then you go to 118. Anything happen? Right, item compare only gets toggled once. It only gets toggled at the start. Right, I can't use an item compare. But I do need to use an item compare. Hi, audio! Sorry, I'm like incredibly absorbed by this. Hi! I just find an isopod at night outside and he's gonna be in my room for 3 days. What should I name him? Pablo. No, what's up? Audio, tell me, what's up. Tell me. I was gonna tell you to go play the new Lupo. Oh, okay. So, unfortunately for you, actually I haven't played the new Lupo, but level, but I have seen it. I have seen it because I actually gave Lupo some feedback on this. So yeah, I gave some feedback on the last part. Originally, the lighthouse was like absolutely like small, like it was like the size of a peanut, and now it's not. You're welcome. I fixed the level. Yeah, this lighthouse. Originally, this lighthouse was like super small, and the parallax was like slightly off in my opinion. So I told them like, oh, you should probably fix that, and they did. And it looks amazing. This level is so good. I'll play it actually, but not right now. I actually did want to add this to favorites of 2025. I'm cooked? No, you're fine. Wait. Yeah, this should just be 120. We have an event trigger here that has 7. And this will check if the player 1 does literally anything. Okay, so it takes a second before it starts. Why does it take a second before it starts? Why does it take so long? What the heck? Ah! Lupo's been improving so fast. No, I agree. Lupo's been crazy. Okay, so this gets triggered. This checks if the player touches. I guess we shouldn't check if it releases. Why does it take so long to update? Is this because it has to go through both item compares? Okay, let's... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I know why. I'm stupid! Rah! Spawn trigger, multi-trigger. Spawn trigger, multi-trigger. Okay, these are spawn trigger, multi. That's why! Okay. Okay, so I do also need to check when it releases. It's fine. Right release, left release. So it checks this one. If 4 is being clicked, then good. We are moving. If 3 is being clicked, then boom, we are moving. If 4 is not being clicked, then it checks if left is being clicked. If left is being clicked, we're good. If it's not being clicked, we're not good. Revert it to 0. And then it checks this one. If it's being clicked, good. If it's not being clicked, 19. 18. Oh no, this is 96, which is fine. Yeah. And if it is being clicked, then we're moving right. But if we're not moving at all, then we're not moving at all. So now if you do this and we let go. Oh my god, it works. Oh my god, it works. Please tell me it works. It works, chat. It works. It works. Oh my god, that took like 30 minutes. That took 30 minutes. That took 30 minutes. And it works! It works, it works, it works, it works, it works, it works, it works. And you go to... And if you're not clicking anything, you just go back to the idle animation. And it works, and it just works. And it just fucking works. Oh my god. That took 30 minutes of my life. I am never getting those back. Oh, it's sliding now. Okay, when I'm clicking left for some reason, it doesn't check anymore. Why? I can never be happy. Oh, it's because both of these are getting triggered at the same time. It's not a good idea. So what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna give this one its own different group, so that they don't happen at the same time. I'll be nice, I'll play nice. And that should work. Congratulations, new hardest. Thank you, chat. This is how I know, like, you can always have my back. Oh, interesting. Oh, is it because I copied these? Wait, no, it's when I touch the wall. Oh, why when I touch the wall? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, when I touch the wall, it doesn't detect the left input anymore. Like, it doesn't detect the animation input anymore. So I touch this wall. What? Why? Whoa. Interesting. So when I touch the walls, something happens. No fucking clue what happens. No fucking clue what happens. But when I touch the wall, it disables something. It makes it so that the animation doesn't check anymore. Fuck it is, I have no clue. It's like, these systems should be completely separated from everything else. So, I have no clue what is happening. The wall doesn't like triggers? I guess so. Let's make a copy of this. And fuck around with the wall detection. What does this do? Because, like, very clearly, when you touch the wall... Here, let me zoom out. Let me zoom the fuck out. Because when you touch the wall, you can see that the values are still good. But when I click this again, it doesn't actually detect the input. It does detect it here. Like, you can see, like... I touched the right wall, and now the right input just doesn't register anymore. Oh, now it does. Oh, interesting. I need to be touching both for that to register. Okay. So once I touch the wall, for some reason, it cancels out how the item compare works. And so now if it's just this, it's not triggering. So if we go from here to here, like, if we went from here, it doesn't actually detect that it's true. Why the fuck is it doing this? Because it is detecting the input, so this is happening, this is coming in here, and this is checking if 4 equals 1. If 4 equals 1 after you've touched the wall, it should go to 101. It's this one. But it just doesn't. What does the wall do? The wall checks 4. And if 4 is equal to 1, then it does add. Because it does work again if you're clicking both of them. It's as if when this happens, it automatically checks this one. And then this works. But the true ID does not work anymore. Hey, why does it not work anymore? Is it because I chose 101? Is 101 just not something that I can choose? Am I like getting into another trigger? Yeah, I guess 101 is just not something I could have chosen. Maybe? No, 101 is free. No, 101 is the next free, so like, what the heck? Yeah, but that only happens if you touch the wall. It's like if I'm just doing this, then this works perfectly fine. So why is it that... If you click the wall, as long as I don't let go, like it's fine. But the moment I let go, this does not get triggered anymore, even though I'm clicking here. Here, let's just do 101 just to check. 101 is gonna pulse the background white. Sorry chat, you're gonna have to get used to this. Flashbang. Yeah, okay, so it does not trigger 101 again. Good, so we know that that's the problem. Why? Ah! I can't do this anymore. I give up. I give up. I give up. What's next free? 122? Let's do 122 instead. Let's have these two go directly to 122. Okay, so that is the issue. So the issue is, these two are not re-triggering. For some fucking reason, these two are not re-triggering 101. Why does that happen? The issue is here. The issue is in these two first item compares. Because they are getting triggered to check the next one. And these do work, but it's these first two. Why? And I guess mod 0? 4 doesn't equal 0. Maybe that can be it? It equals 0! Like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. Okay, so the issue is here. No, the issue is how to fucking fix this. Because I don't know what's happening. Why is the wall stopping? Because these two systems don't interact at all. Is there like a ghost? Like group here? 120. No, these don't affect 120. If you touch the wall, all that it does is that it stops 50 and 53, which neither of these are. And then it just checks count triggers. And then it toggles 54 and 55. What is 54 and 55? Is this 54 and 55? This is 55. Which toggles this. So it toggles this, which checks... Is it because I have too many event triggers working at the same time? Is that it? Is it because I have too many event triggers working at the same time? No. That shouldn't be it because... No, that shouldn't be it because it's not actually... It is actually like doing the event trigger. If I make this 120... Oh. Yeah, that's actually interesting. Okay, and then 121. Make this one red, and then let's make this one like green. But when I click and when I release. Okay, so the event trigger is happening. Even after you touch the wall, the event trigger does happen. So it's the item compares. It's the item motherfucking compare. That is just for some reason not working. Why does it not work? Do I need to reset? I need to reset? What is the reset trigger? No, this is just, yeah. This is not what we want.
I've been around the block a few times.
Should we?
You're callous with your kindness, and I'm a fool to
I guess,
think
no, because
that
once you touch the wall, I do want the animation to keep going.
you're always in
Maybe I don't want the animation to keep going, actually. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure yet.
Maybe it matters more than you think.
Because the animation is only looking at this little goober. I'm so confused. Why do item compares break? Why do they break? I need a...
Maybe someone has the best moment of their life and you're the soundtrack.
If this 49.
So be there.
Or let's give this 89.
So be there.
89. Let's just randomly give something 89. Fucking cares. And 89 is gonna trigger that. Fuck it. No, so that doesn't work either, so... What? Why? Why is it not working? Is there something that I'm missing? Like, the multi-trigger is checked. Oh. You can do absolute values. I didn't know that. Oh.
Stay focused.
I'm gonna be honest, chat. I do not know what is happening here. It is literally just this item compare always returns false. Even though it's not false. Because that is what it's doing. After you touch a wall, for some reason, the item compare returns false, even though it is indeed true. Alright, chat. I think I'm gonna end it here, and I'm gonna be looking for help outside. Or outside of this. Because, like, I have no clue how to solve this, but yeah. I think I'm gonna end his from here, which is unfortunate because like we were on a roll, but like, here, let's play the Lupo level and then call it a day. Probably play it in practice mode, even though it's like a 4-star. It's because it is hard to see what is gameplay and what isn't. Oh, okay, do you have to time that? Oh. Chamber of Soup. How is this related to soup? Don't worry about it. I'm not entirely sure on the gameplay of this level, but overall, still very, very enjoyable. Where's the chamber of soup? Probably in your closet. Fun level. I probably would say it's a 5-star, maybe. I think Luba requested for 4, but I just think it's a little bit more learning than that. Okay, chat. For today, I'm gonna leave it here. I have no clue why it's not working. I generally have never encountered a bug like this. It might just be my GDE, one of those moments where it's like close it and open it back up again. But we did like a really, really good amount of projects. Like, not only do we have an animation, but like it flows pretty well and it works really well. Obviously, like now we need to that like the other like test animations before we actually get started into like making the character. But like I'm pretty happy. I do think the animation needs to be a little bit faster. And like we can adjust the timing and everything later. But for now, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. I need to fix the issue with the walls. But as you can see, like the system is working as long as you don't touch a wall. So who knows why, but we're gonna leave it here for today. I'll figure out the walls later. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you'll have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.